Hi, good morning, everybody. So I'm just going to go straight ahead to share my screen. Today we're talking about points of interest, order blocks, and point of interest FVGs, which is fair value gaps and expansions. Okay, so we're going to, take a look at that in a short while. But before we go on, let's just quickly look at the trades that we actually shared. The BTC trade, Bitcoin trade that we shared, and let's see how it's doing. So yesterday we called a buy trade on BTC USD so far, and you can look at it. We actually caught that trade from somewhere here, 94,514, but price went, dropped, but did not take our stop loss. Okay, price did not take our stop loss. We are still in this trade, and hopefully we are looking at price going to hit that trend line. We are looking at price going to bounce off this trend line. Okay, so let's see how it goes. So this morning, okay, we also called the trade on Euro USD. Let's check it out as well. See how Euro USD is faring. Euro USD really broke our hearts, really broke my heart. It really broke my heart. Honestly, I thought I was looking at a buy. I was looking at a sell, and the buy that happened was just so crazy. I mean, I never expected it. I never, in the actual sense, expected that price was going to react like this. So this Euro USD trade did not go our way. So let me just quickly mark it out. I'll drop it in the group to announce that the Euro USD trade is not going our way. Okay. Okay, so let's say it's all right. So now we are just only banking on our Bitcoin trade. So Bitcoin is the only trade that we are banking on so far today. Okay, so let's go straight into the business of the day. Let's go straight into the business of the day, guys, which is talking about order blocks, fair value gaps, expansions. Okay, order blocks. So speaking about order block, right? Order block happens to be the last bearish candle before a momentum. Let's not limit it only to bearish candle. Let's just say the last candle before an expansion or before a momentous move. Let's write that down. So say an order block is the last candle before a voluminous move. It can either be a bullish candle or it can be a bearish candle. Okay, so an order block last candle before an expansion or a voluminous move. Okay, so what do we mean by an expansion? Let me use, for example, where's the part 2? This is the part 2. This candle right here, that candle right there, okay, this candle right here, you can see this little tiny red candle, right? Let me write that down. So you can see that little tiny red candle before, let's hold on, that little tiny red candle before the aggressive move, right? You can clearly see that. Okay, good. So this is it. This is basically what an order block is. This little tiny block that happened here before, hold on. Okay, so this kind of move before this expansion. So you can see this is only 4 hours. This is not a small expansion at all. Now, if we are to zoom in to see how this expansion really happened, so we zoom in from here up to here. So this is the expansion. So if you go on the 1 hour time frame, you can see that this was not a little move at all. This whole candle here consists of the 4-hour order block from this little candle here to where price retraced back into the candle before it moved up. So you can measure this movement. You have over, this is Bitcoin, so you have over, let's see, you have over 770 pips in just this small little tiny move. 770 pips. So imagine that you caught this trade, you should be in for, a lot of money. So we notice that 4-hour order blocks are most effective on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, that's another noteworthy. Order blocks are most effective. Order blocks are most effective on 4-hour time frame. Okay? Order blocks are most effective on the 4-hour time frame. So we can see that in play right here. Okay, you can see that in play right here. This place I marked is where we have like another block and a 4 hours fair value gap. We're going to talk about fair value gap in a short while. But this right here is about the fair value gap. This right here is an order block. So anytime that these things appear on the 4 hours, they are very, very powerful. You should look out for them. Each time they appear on the 4 hours, they are very powerful. So you notice that anytime price came back into this fair value gap here, what happened? It rallied. And then when it rallied, it left another fair value gap plus another block. So now what has happened? Price has equally tapped into it. And we are expecting a reaction to the upside. We are expecting a reaction to at least hit this trend line here, because obviously we can see a trend right there. Okay, so order blocks are most effective on the 4 hours. Now, order blocks should not be traded alone. An order block is not a trading signal. It's not a holy grail. An order block is not a holy grail. Okay, they should not be traded alone. They should be added. They should be traded with other confluences. Okay, it should be traded with other confluences like support and resistance. Okay, it should be traded with other confluences like support and resistance, fair value gaps. Okay, support and resistance, fair value gaps, and of course candlestick pattern. So basically, an order block, yes, is a good point of interest. Just like how I marked out this place here, it's a very nice point of interest. Just like how I marked out this low here, it's a good point of interest, but it should not be traded alone. So order block is the last candle before an expansion, just like this place right here as well. Let's look at this place here, and that is where I'm actually low-key expecting price to come. So you see this place here is an order block. This place here is a very powerful order block on 105, 104.500. So ideally, price should find a way to come back to this zone. Ideally, price should find a way to wriggle itself back to this zone. So that's basically what it is. Yeah. So this is the last low. Price has obviously not taken this low. Okay. This is the last low price has not taken. So if price has not taken this low and this is the high, what has it formed here? This is a lower high, right? So what should we be expecting? A higher high. In real sense, if price did not take this low right here, this was the last low. Price has not taken this low. What we should ideally be expecting is a higher high. A higher high. So even this level here, is just chicken change. It's choice. Price should rally up, because of that is what market structure is, and this is the 4 hours. So therefore, I mean, that is what we should ideally be expecting. That's what we should ideally be expecting. Okay, that's what we should ideally be expecting. So let's quickly talk about fair value gaps. and expansion. So what is a fair value gap? Let's put this on daily and let's remove all the things that are blocking us. So fantastic. This is Bitcoin. What a fair value gap is very simple. You see all these gaps. Fair value gaps can be called imbalances in the market. Let's quickly write that down. They can be called imbalances. So you have to be rest assured that anywhere that there is an imbalance, price would eventually get to that place. So the reason why we are looking at this place here as our first take profit is what? Because there's a little tiny imbalance here with a 4 hour with yeah, this is a 4 hour. Let's see if this is a daily fair value, a daily order block rather. Remember that the 4 hours we always give direction to the words to the market. So we have a 4 hours FVG here waiting to be filled. Okay, we have a 4 hours FVG here waiting to be filled. We also have another one here. Let's check on a 1 hour time frame. Fantastic. So a fair value gap is anywhere that you see like a little space, price, rest assured that price will always find a way to go and fill up that space, just like how we filled up this space right here. This space you can see from this 95,000 up to this point here, 96,600. You find out that price did what? Filled the space eventually. No matter how long it took it filled the space eventually. Okay. All right, fantastic. So this was the last ideal low. Price has not taken it at all. Just from this low here. And we should definitely generally see a movement to the upside. Okay, so a fair value gap is a place where we have an imbalance. Is any area in price where there is an imbalance. There's our write-up. Okay. So a fair value gap is any area in price where there's an imbalance. A fair value gap, you can call it an FVG. Okay. It's any area in price where there is a what? An imbalance. If there is a space or an imbalance. Okay. Price will always find a way. Will always find a way to fill it up. Fill it up. Okay, noted. Price will always find a way to fill up her fair value gap. Now that's it. So the higher the time frame, the higher the time frame, the higher the time frame that has the FVG, the stronger tendency of price to fill it out. Okay, so if there's a fair value gap on a daily time frame, rest assured that price will do what? Price will eventually find a way to fill out the fair value gap on the daily time frame. Okay, there's a fair value gap on the daily time frame. Rest assured that price will find a way to fill it out. That means it has a higher probability, a higher chance